What's up guys, and welcome back to Gladiators Tennis, and slowly but surely we're catching up with all of your requests. And today we have the wilsonclash V2 Pro. Check out the specs. Yeah.
Enjoying my strings already?
Yeah, you see how well painted the logo is? That means we haven't played with it yet. And so the thing I didn't like about the normal Clash V2 is the lack of weight. And it's kind of fixed in the Pro version because it's 310 grams. Still 100 inches. And I mean, I really don't even know what to expect. I know it's going to be soft and pleasant feeling, but we'll see how it plays, I guess.
Dale.
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 Oh.
The wilsonclash 100 Pro V2. Even Areg strings didn't manage to mess with my playtest, even though I did try it with mine. It's quite a good frame, I gotta say. It isn't one that I would name pro, as I'm not really seeing myself or any pro player actually using it on tour, at least in its stock form. But apart from that, a really good racket. The main difference from the normal Clash is, well, the weight, the string pattern, and the balance. Quite a few things actually. All of those parameters have been moved in a way to favor control and stability. That means that some compromises have been made on the spin and power department. Though, if you're like me and you care more about the control side of things when it comes to tennis, and you just can't get over the soft and plush feel of the Clash, the Pro version is the way to go. By the way, if you're thinking of getting the Clash, feel absolutely free to use the link in the description and our exclusive discount code. So, the Pro is definitely more stable on the ground strokes. It is especially noticeable on the forehands, where I was managing to attack and apply quite a bit of power to my approach shots with a lot of confidence. The casual baseline forehands felt quite a bit better for me too, as for me control is more important than power and spin on the average baseline forehand. However, when it came to the defensive shots, that's where I missed that 16x19 string pattern that allowed for crazy effortless spin. Okay, so Wilson added weight and increased the stability of the Pro, however neither was enough to suit my backhand. I was still lacking both here. I was craving for more swing weight and for more solid feel on my flatter backhands. Definitely not the worst experience, but adding weight would be a must for me to enjoy this racket properly. More spinny, sharp angled and defensive shots did work quite alright though. Oh, gotta mention this. Don't know if I won a single point with the slides, but those felt great. I don't usually talk about the slides, but here I just have to say it. Serves, well, you can serve any serve with this one. I am leaning more towards the slicey and spinny serves, but the flats worked well too. It's really lacking weight for my flat serve to become a weapon, but the percentage stays really high, and no matter the added strings, the topspin serves stay really good. Returning was alright, better than with the normal version, as again more stability, but again can be improved by increasing the weight even more. On the volleys, the racket performs outstanding. It's maneuverable and it has a big sweet spot. At the same time, it is quite solid, so the volleys can be directed with great precision. So what are my final thoughts on this Clash? Well, I'm just really struggling to call this thing a pro. It would have to be heavily modified for it to resemble an actual pro racket. However, if you want a Clash, and we all know what that means, but you don't want to compromise stability and control to a point where you have to only rely on spin and power but still want that massive sweet spot, this is the frame to get.
Alright, what are you thinking about, man?
I'm just dreaming about these future subscribers that we're gonna get. So, for example, right now, because somebody subscribed, so thank you. And if you haven't, please do it.
And also hit the bell.
Follow, like on Instagram.
Wow.
All this stuff. Thank you very much.
Areg.
Yep.
What's happening?
Nothing. Grisha thinks I'm very stylish with my hat. That's why he made me throw it away. And now we're recording. Okay. I mean, everything looks fabulous now on the paper.
Everything looks fabulous.
It's
for
good.
you, for sure.
Yeah, that's why, I don't know, let's stop talking now. So this frame is undoubtedly as soft as a Clash family member should be. The softness is both its forte and the downside. The downside in the sense that people will not buy it because it's too soft, to the extreme where you almost don't have any feedback from the ball's contact, unlike for example a T-Fight 305. If you think that I mentioned that frame just so you go and watch our review of that Technifiber, maybe you're right, who knows. Anyway, let's move on. For the forehand, it's a pretty comfy racket that flies through the air, and even though the 16x20 string pattern is a strange decision from Wilson, it still works as a spinning machine. On the backhand, I don't need a magical crystal ball to guess that Grisha is not going to be a fan of it, because the amount of control was limited. Of course, you can get a lot of power and spin from this clash that allows you to play deep, to have time to recover the court from a defensive situation, but for a flat backhand, I feel that it lacks a bit of stability there. For the serve, it's a great racket to do all three effects. So you might think that it's a good racket for big servers, but you may be wrong. Don't worry, we all do mistakes. Because every serve is achievable with this frame, but it needs even more weight to give you access to 3 points with your serve and aces. For the volley, it's a shorter story, more simple one. The touch is great and the sweet spot is huge. Why is not everything as simple in life as that? So anyway, thanks for watching and let's see the grades.